Hey weirdos, welcome back. Did you see the manning I did on my left hand? Bet you did, but if you didn't, I'm going to leave it up here in the cards per usual. My nails on my right hand are naked with the exception of some builder gel and some peel off base coat, and we're going to have a little fun. This is not a Christmas mani per se. It could be if you wanted it to be, but I wanted to have a little fun and just do what I like to call a snow day mani. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, MK, you've lost your mind because you don't get snow in Florida. You're right. I don't. So this is my wink and a nod to my previous life up in New York, where we got snow every single winter. And I would be interested to know down in the comments, if you feel like commenting, where you're at and if you get snow / if you like snow. So I'll tell you, I'm using a couple of colors. One is by Revel. It's from their Rising Arizona collection. I'm using iGel baby powder. You guys know it's my favorite white of all time ever so far. But I lived in New York. I'm originally from Long Island, and I lived there for 34 years until I moved to Florida like 4 years ago. And the one thing that I remember snow days, like as a kid. I would wake up in the morning and flip on the news because back in that day, I'm aging myself here, there was no like email notification, no text message that school's closed. You had to watch the news and wait until the news put your town or your school district up on the thing circulating, and you can see if it was a closure or delayed opening or anything like that. And I would sit there and stalk the news channel until I saw it and then go back to sleep. Did you guys ever play in the snow as kids? I was definitely that kid that would play in the snow for like 5 minutes and then I had enough. I was done. I don't like being cold and wet. Not my thing. I know some of you guys probably love it. I've always been a Floridian, even though I'm a new Floridian. And I acclimated quickly. As I'm doing this voiceover, we have another cold front coming in. It's insane. I'm going to leave a picture here of my like weekly forecast. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to like hate me for it because you're probably in a place where it's the frozen tundra and you're like, that's not cold. It's cold. For me, it's freezing. My blood has thinned. I have acclimated to Florida weather. I am now tropical. And I don't do very well with being cold. So I'm going to be probably hibernating for the next couple of days. What's the weather like where you guys are at? Have you gotten snow yet? Let me know. I'm curious. And you know what? If you're in my Facebook group or if you follow me on Instagram, throw a picture up there of some snowy conditions outside of your window or in your yard or somewhere where you're at, because as much as I don't like the snow myself, like touching it or being in it or cleaning it off my car or scraping it off my windshield, I love looking at snow. I don't see enough of it. So shoot me pictures. You can email me too. I don't really care. Whatever you got, you have all my contact info. Shoot me an email, DM, whatever. Let's talk about nails, shall we? Is this a nail channel even anymore? I don't know. I'm got my iGel baby powder on. I'm dipping now into the blue. We're gonna do a little nail art later, and true to form with all the nail art or most of the nail art that I do, you can do this with any kind of stuff you've got. If you want to do it with nail polish, with gel polish, with acrylic paint, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do a little freehand stuff, nothing crazy, just some snow, and I'm going to do a stamped snowflake. I'm going to leave everything for you in the box, or most of it, whatever I can find. It'll be down there. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm going to get my blue dip powder on. Per usual, we're going to get into a little filing and e-filing and buffing and all that fun stuff. As always, I will leave timestamps so you can skip ahead to whatever it is that you guys want to watch. And that's what we're going to do. This is nothing new. If you guys have been around for a minute, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, hey, hello, how are you? I am Marlakris. This is what I do. Mostly dip powder nails. Sometimes venture into the world of gel and other shenanigans. But dip seems to be my niche here in YouTube world as well as real life. I'm not a professional. I'm not a nail tech. I have no certifications of any sort in the nail art industry, but I do love doing it. I've been doing my nails for a few years now, and I just like sharing some experiences or products that I like or new techniques that I find with y'all. So I do seem to enjoy it, and if you do, feel free to give me a thumbs up. That way I know you liked it. If you're not already subscribed, do consider subscribing. I promise I won't, harass you for anything. What? But I would love to have you as part of the Manny fam. There is also a Facebook group, which is linked down in the box. We have a ton of fun there. No joke, there are some of the most absolutely incredibly phenomenal ladies and gentlemen in that group that you will ever have the privilege of knowing and chatting with. Just outstanding human beings. I'm telling you, I'm humbled and so proud to be a part of that group. I know it's mine, and that sounds super weird, but it's true. They never cease to amaze me, and I am so proud of all of them, all of you guys, all you weirdos. I'm gonna let you guys hang out and watch. I will come back for some story time because believe I have some stories. So I will catch up with you guys. So it's time to file, and you know what that means. You know that Marla's going to talk to you about something completely not nail related. And you'd be right. I wanted to ask you guys an opinion on something, just out of curiosity. So I did this a while back, and then I stopped, and then I missed it, so now I'm doing it again. I started getting groceries delivered from HelloFresh. And first of all, yum. So good. Not sponsored. They don't know who I am. But it's so freaking good. And let me tell you, my favorite part of the whole thing is all three of my kids love to cook. So they're in the kitchen with me. Granted, it is cramped and small, but we kind of make it work most of the time. But I love the fact that I can be in there with them making dinner. And I also found, because they're great kids. You guys know I talk about them all the time, but some of them like certain things and some of them don't. And to find one thing that everybody can agree on is always super challenging. But I find that having the kids in the kitchen actively participating in making the food makes them want to eat it that much more. So I don't know if that's like a thing or if it's just my kids, but let me know down below if you have a family, if you have kids and stuff, if you let them help you out in the kitchen, if they even like to cook, if they're picky eaters, and if so, what is their obsession? Because I can tell you, my daughter Rebecca, which you guys have seen her hands a million times, she went through a little phase where she decided she wanted to be a vegetarian, which I supported because, I want her to experience what she wants to experience. But I was not a fan because I don't know enough about it, and I wanted to make sure she was healthy, right? So her and I made a deal, and the deal I made with her was she has to eat 1 piece of protein daily. I didn't care what it was, but it had to be 1 piece of protein: chicken, fish, tofu, whatever. And then I was satisfied. And eventually she grew out of it, and now she's a carnivore like the rest of us. My daughter Mia, on the other hand, she'll eat pretty much anything, but she is a lot like me in the sense where I find one thing that I love at the moment and I become fixated on it and I have to eat it every day. Like for her, it's ramen, which is horrible, or mac and cheese. She goes back and forth between the two pretty consistently. Like literally, if I buy a case of ramen from like Sam's Club or BJ's or whatever, it's literally gone in a week. Disgusting the amount of ramen this kid eats. My son, he's 15, and he will pretty much eat anything, with the exception of enchiladas. I don't know what it is. He had like a bad experience with an enchilada. He'll never look at them ever again. Can't be in the same room as an enchilada. So let me know if you are like that at all, or if you have kids that are nutty like mine are. Let me know what their food stuff is down below. And let me know if you've tried like HelloFresh or a different meal delivery type program, and let me know your thoughts on it, because I'm a pretty big fan of HelloFresh for right now. But if there's something else out there that you think I need to try, let me know down below. As per usual, I have yapped through all of my filing and e-filing. Look at me doing all the stuff. Well, actually, it was just my e-filing. I'm going to shush for a minute and let you guys actually zone out and watch me file. I don't know if I've explained this to you or not, but I like to do my shaping with a 100 grit nail file. I just find for shaping, at least, this does the job so much faster. And then I'll go over the surface of my nail to do the smoothing and contouring and stuff with a 150 grit file. That's been like my standard routine for a hot minute now. Hasn't changed. If it does change, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. Still using the Melody Susie dust collector. Absolutely love it. This thing is gold. It is listed in the box with a discount code for you guys too, so you will get a little money off of this thing. I'm gonna shush and let you guys watch. I'll come get the stamp on. Now, I was debating for a minute about what I wanted to do here. You will see coming up, I do use the stamping plate again. I tend to not have, well, that's a lie. I have a million freaking stamping plates, but I tend to gravitate towards the same ones because I like all the images that are on there. So you will see me use this one again coming up in a couple of uploads from now. But I'm just going to get my stamp on with some snowflakes. I am using regular nail polish. I know that you're supposed to use, I have air quotes, you can't see them, but I do. You're supposed to use stamping polish. I cannot for the life of me figure out where my white stamping polish went. No idea. I have no idea what happened to it. So I'm like, I'm just going to use nail polish, and it works perfectly fine. Just make sure you're using something that's super opaque. If it's transparent, it's just not going to look great. That's really the only concern. Now with gel polish, I'm going to make some snow. And what this basically entails is a completely and totally uneven, messy French line. I'm making literally like a little snow hill mountain situation with my dotting tool. And I'm going to go in with some different sized dots, which will be snow falling, and that's it. It's really that easy. You'll have to let me know what you think about this, because I kind of fell in love with it, but it was almost too simplistic, where I'm like, does this really look okay? Or do I just think it looks okay? Let me know down below. I'm giving you guys a lot of homework right now. I'm sorry. Don't feel pressured to comment. You don't have to, but I would love to hear from you guys. And I read every comment, just so you know. I may not respond to everybody because I'm only one person, but I do read each and every single comment. I promise you that. I'm going to let you hang out for a minute, actually, because I realized the last break I gave you wasn't very long. So I'm going to let you hang out. I'm going to put some snowflakes on my nails, not actual snowflakes, just some dots, literally all there is to it. And I'll come back with some final thoughts. I told you it was easy. Here's the final look. I did cure the gel polish for 30 seconds and then I top coated everything. I cleaned up the nail polish from the snowflake with just a little like nail art brush, nothing crazy, and some acetone. Cleans up the polish perfectly. No big deal, no mess. Nope, no liquid latex for me this time. You guys know how much I just love that stuff. Liquid latex and I, not friends, not even a little bit, not even still. Even though the last time I used it, it wasn't a terrifying experience, but it's still gross, freaks me out. I don't know why, I'm weird. You guys know that. Finishing up with my Candi Skincare Cuticle Oil, per usual. I don't think I've done a mani without it. I don't know if I could, if I'm just being honest. It's like part of my routine. I'm going to clean off the oil from my nails, because that can make the top coat just not look as nice. So I always tend to clean off my nails with some alcohol, just so I have that shine from the gel polish top coat. Definitely let me know what you think about this look down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed and had a blast. I will catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.